Welcome to the APTA Grand Prix Series, the Philly Open, sponsored by the APTA National Sponsors Viking, Fusion, Upswing Health, and My Paddle. We are live from the Manufacturers Golf and Country Club in Fort Washington, Pennsylvania, on the APTA Network, presented by Pro Fight Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Frazier from Cincinnati, Ohio, and Adam Morgan from Lake Bluff, Illinois, versus Sven Burris from Mount Clair, New Jersey, and Mick O'Doria from Verona, New Jersey.
I'm Lauren Mandel, along with Mark Innes, bringing you this men's quarterfinal match, and you just heard the scorekeeper announced between Sven Burris and Mick O'Doria, and Tyler Frazier and Adam Morgan. And looks like we're going to have a good one here, huh, Mark?
Oh, Lauren, we are in for a treat today. Adam Morgan and Tyler Frazier on display took down three-time national champions. So we are definitely in for something special over here. Adam Morgan is serving. He's in the black hoodie.
15 love. $15 all. $15.30. $15.40. Game, Burris, O'Doria. Love, 15. $15 all.
All right, it looks like we are back to a little technical. Did you see it?
$15.30. $15.40. Game, Frazier, Morgan, 1 all.
Okay, Mark, I think we're back again. We're having a little technical difficulty.
Correct. We lost our visual, but we did hear some grunting.
15 love.
Mark, do you think it's going to be hard for Morgan and Fraser to keep up the intensity that they had in that last match? I mean, it's hard to come right back out and perform like that again when you've had such an emotional victory.
30 love.
Okay, Tyler Fraser serving at 30 love.
30-15. $40-15. Game, Fraser Morgan, they lead 2-1.
A few quick points there as these teams are trying to feel each other out. Burris serving. Fraser Morgan did such a good job against Broderick Palmer of being patient and waiting to hit a drive at the right time when they lobbed and got their opponents off the net. It's going to be key for them to see if they could do that in this match as well. Quick error.
15 love. $30 love.
Backhand that Morgan hit so well in the first match today. And there's the Fraser backhand, which is a huge weapon. From Fraser. Well handled by Burris and O'doria.
What's been happening, Lauren? I'm back.
Ah, you're back. And you
Give me
sound much better.
What's been happening? Give me the rundown, yeah.
Well, you didn't, it's paddle, so you didn't miss all that much because the points have been, these teams are basically feeling each other out.
Oh,
30-15
out there.
Yes, exactly.
All right, here we go.
I'm just curious. I mean, look, Burris and O'Doria have to be brimming with confidence after the win they had in Western New England and how well they've been playing. And I'm curious to see how Fraser and Morgan, but respond to having that tough last match, but they look
30
like
all.
they're right in it.
Yes, I would think that last win just gave them a ton of confidence. I think this is going to be a very close match. It's really going to be up to Burris and O'doria to play some solid, steady paddle. That's where they find all their success. When they volley well, when they place the overheads well, nothing too flashy, just solid paddle. They're just so good at keeping the net as well. Oh.
Yo.
40-30.
A nice deep push over the overhead there by Burris to the Fraser backhand, tempting him to go for the drive while O'Doria's on top of the net. Smart play by Burris.
It's interesting, Mark, because with the exception of O'Doria, who has just a huge forehand, everyone on this court really prefers their backhand drive.
Correct.
40 all.
Some great backhand drives, and yes, Sven Burris definitely stronger backhand drive than his forehand. Same with Tyler Fraser, and Adam Morgan can do both sides, but was really crushing his backhand in the previous round when they won.
Add Burris and O'doria.
Oh,
So
sneaky
effective.
little move there. Absolutely. He did that so. Fraser did that so well in his previous round. He would dink that ball to the feet of the net player, and as soon as he saw that it was low enough and below the level of the net, he would make his move and pounce.
Game, Fraser Morgan, they lead 3-1.
Fraser Morgan looked very confident, Mark.
I can tell why. They just beat the three-time national champions. They should be confident.
And the way they beat them, you know, either they, you know, you could look at it two ways, right? Either they let them back into the second set, or they're Broderick Palmer, so they forced themselves back into the second set. They had ample opportunity to lose that set, and they were so tough down the stretch there that they, like you said, they really should be confident.
15
Absolutely.
love.
The mental toughness that both Fraser and Morgan showed to be able to come back in that match after losing a bit of momentum and stay the course was truly a testament to their toughness.
15 all.
That was a little overly ambitious, that poach.
Yeah, I don't know that these teams have met before, so I think it is that, as you're saying, that feeling out stage, right? They're just testing each other out, seeing what spots are going to be covered, what spots are going to be open, and then they'll buckle down. that Morgan backhand. Burris strolls back ever so calmly.
$15.30.
That was nonchalant. Very smooth there by Sven Burris.
It's a few steps with his lanky frame, and he's there.
That's right.
Just missed
30
threading the
all.
needle on that one.
And that's that great move by Tyler Frazier. You know, we saw him lose the point earlier on it, but he moves early, forces Burris to go for an unnatural shot, and they get the error. Smart adjustments.
There's, ooh, good pickup from Frazier off that good Burris backhand. Down the spot, down the middle.
And great job by Burris and O'doria just to let it go through.
A lot of big backhands in that point.
Yeah, absolutely. And the
30-40.
The two dangerous spots on the Burris O'doria baseline is Burris's backhand and O'Doria's forehand. Those are the two areas where they're really going to hurt you, and it's really an ideal setup for a team to have those spots covered against a righty-righty team on the other side.
Yep.
Great communication. Burris letting O'Doria know that Frazier's not blitzing. They obviously know that's a big play of his, and he's so quick at doing it. So when that high lob goes up, Burris's eyes are forward, and he's watching for him.
Game, Burris, O'Doria. Frazier, Morgan lead 3-2.
Solid game, and I think that's what you're going to see a lot of from Burris and O'Doria, Lauren, is where they put in the ball deep in the court and just baiting their opponents to drive. They know that their volleys are so good. It's got to give them a lot of confidence. Their match against Durant and Mitchell at Western New England Grand Prix, where they really could survive even those drives. So they've got to have a lot of confidence, feeling like they can just volley anybody's drives.
Yeah, and you see there's just no panic in their play. Like when, you know, when Frazier blitzed or when there was a good drive, they look very calm, very relaxed. They know they can volley back anything, they can get anything, and they look confident.
And for those of you at home, Frazier and Morgan came through to this quarterfinal by beating three-time national champions Broderick and Palmer. Great to see Jared Palmer out on the court. And Burris O'Doria beat the hometown favorites, Falatek Nidek, 7-5, 6-2 to set up this quarterfinal showdown. Adam Morgan's been seeing a lot of lefty serves today. He had Drew Broderick earlier, and now he has Mick O'Doria. O'Doria choosing to just stay back, give up the net. Wow.
That looked like
Love
fun.
15.
Tyler Frazier.
If you're Tyler Frazier, exactly. Key statement over there. the puppet master strikes again. We saw him doing that all in the round of 16 match. Just creating movement with the short ball, the side to side.
15 all.
Burris really load up for that spin overhead.
Oh, he gets those shoulders turned, and he has such a great slider to the deuce court.
Great forehand from Adam Morgan. He's
15,
really been driving
30.
the ball well off both sides, finding the holes.
Yep, that round of 16 match, his forehand return was probably the biggest weapon out of the returns on the court.
$15, 40.
Another good return, and Frazier Morgan get the net. Get the point. That good roller from Mick O'Doria. Stays so low.
And he really uses his feet to set it up. He drops back nicely, gets that ball out in front of him, and lets it rip. See him probing.
Legs.
We've seen a couple of those today.
And he has to do it because he's inching forward to look to take a ball early.
There's that turn of the shoulders, loading up for the heavy spin to the deuce court by Burris. Definitely not a lot of urgency in the play of O'Doria and Burris. This is the style that they love to play. A lot of push overheads.
Game,
That one was
Frazier,
too short,
Morgan,
though.
they lead 4-2.
Absolutely, that's why Frazier could just put it down at Burris's toes. They take the lead 4-2. Tyler Frazier up to serve.
15, love.
That serve really jumps off.
Yeah, and it's. I don't think a lot of players have played against it yet, so it'll take a few points for them to get used to it.
Well,
30,
you gotta love
love.
this if you're Tyler Frazier. 2 quick free points on your serve.
Absolutely.
Looks
40,
another
love.
other error. 40 love.
Mixing up the serve again.
Game, Frazier, Morgan, they lead 5-2.
Well, I'm sure, Mark, that Burris and O'Doria will get more used to the Frazier serve, but that's really a boon for him right now. That was a quick game.
Yes, and it's really impressive, Frazier's ability to hit sort of 4 or 5 different serves within the same game. You know, if you're a lot of the battles just getting it in and hitting some consistent, he's doing an underhand serve to Burris. Previous match to Drew Broderick, he was kicking it heavy into the ad court. He's doing that short hop serve that we're seeing now, so he's throwing in so much variety, and the goal is to just break rhythm, and so far it's been successful, Lauren.
Very successful.
And
Okay,
Lauren,
now go
I'm
ahead.
hearing about, you know, we've been speaking about the great backhands of Frazier and Burris, but I'm getting a couple messages that someone on this commentating team has a massive, massive backhand as well. And I can tell you surely that it's not me.
I don't know who you're getting messages from, but
Was that your shot? Was that your...
That was definitely my shot.
I love it.
All right, Burris is serving here to stay in the set.
He
Love,
was not happy
15.
with that one. Still
They look
moving
a
while
little-
he was hitting.
They look a little deflated at this moment.
They have proved, Burris and O'doria, they have proved over and over that though they can come back. That's sort of their MO. They often will start slowly, so I think they'll settle down.
And they're playing it again.
Good sportsmanship there. Frazier's hanging around there, being elusive.
15 all.
Love to see O'doria and Burris talking, taking some time, slow things down a little bit. And you can see they're intentionally going to that Frazier backhand. They're trying to get him to go for something when they're in position. Whether that's a good thing or not, we'll soon see.
Right. They're trying to get him to overhit. I'm not sure I'd want to mess with that backhand right now. But
30,
they got the error
15.
there from the forehand of Adam Morgan.
And I think that's an important thing for players at home to remember as well. You know, you're not always trying to hit overheads that your opponents can't drive. You just want it to be when you're in position and when it's a little bit risky. This is the tempo that Burris and O'doria like to play at. A lot of still play at the net.
40, 15.
And
Another
it's two different game styles, right, Lauren? You have Frazier, Morgan on the other side. When they're at net, they're trying to create chaos, bring their opponents forward. And here, Burris and O'doria are trying to keep things calm and just hold the net, have their opponents take the risks.
40, 30.
And you saw there O'Doria was a little off the net. Couldn't handle the volley. Missed it.
Uncharacteristic
Yes.
miss there by Mick O'Doria. Routine overhead for him.
Ooh.
Standard procedure. It's not a match
Add
unless
in.
Sven Burris does a little roly-poly on the ground. Game point. This is to go 5-3 and just hang around a little bit. Oh. Frazier always catches them with the
Yeah.
disguise.
He fooled me. He fooled me.
I was down the river. Seems like that's a set play Burris and O'doria are trying to do, is push that ball to Frazier and have O'doria stick the volley behind him. We'll see if it pans out that way, but they seem to be trying to set that up whenever they're heading to him.
Okay. Good hold.
Game,
And that-
Burris, O'doria. Frazier Morgan lead 5-3.
And that is a good hold, just in the sense of trying to buy time, right, Lauren? Sometimes, you know, even if you don't win the set, just being able to stick around, being able to be out there longer, you'll start to see a chink in your opponent's armor. Those 5-2, 5-1 games can be super important throughout the length of a match.
And as we know in paddle, there's no lead that's too big, so the set is most certainly not over.
100%.
Love 15. Love 30.
Little jokes thrown out there. Burris threads the needle with his backhand, clips Tyler Frazier. Burris really has that ability to move his backhand at the last second. It's tough when you're a net player. You really have to move late, especially if you're poaching.
That's tough to see where he's going with it.
He holds it so well.
Yeah.
You can feel how calm Burris and O'doria have made this match so far.
15-30.
Even though they're down right now, it feels like they're slowing things down, like the tempo's not being pushed, which is what I think they want to do.
Morgan misses the
15-40.
serve. 2 break points for 5-4.
Switch at the net. They're going to try create some chaos here with the Frazier overheads.
Game, Burris, O'doria. Frazier Morgan lead 5-4.
And there it is, Burris O'doria break. They're still in the set, and they're just slowing things down. I think that's the game style that they're trying to play. They want that tempo, and it's going to be up to Frazier and Morgan to see if they can handle that, and then also speed up the tempo in a sort of safer manner.
Okay, O'doria is now serving to make it 5-all. They've won the last few games. See if Morgan Frazier can close out the set.
Something good just happened. Big
Love
backhand drive by
15.
Tyler Frazier. And a great spot right between the lefty and righty, so both of them have to reach for that forehand.
Love, 30.
These are the quick points that Fraser Morgan want.
Yes, absolutely. Strong start to the game for Fraser Morgan.
I'm surprised they're giving Fraser so many backhands to hit.
Yeah, I think they feel like they can handle the volley. Yeah. Again, as we'll see if it's a good plan or not, but I think it's pretty intentional. Wow! Get the big man on the move.
Another incredible get.
Tyler Fraser creating some chaos.
Again, that spot
40.
in between the righty and the lefty.
And that's been one of the critiques of the Burris and O'doria game is their positioning at the net and their lunging for volleys, right? That's been one of the consistent critiques through the season, where you can pick up errors, is with them at the net lunging for some volleys. 3 set points here for Fraser Morgan in the first set. Quarterfinals in Philly. They are playing for a semi-final spot against the #1 seeds Durant Mitchell. Durant Mitchell won their quarterfinal against Bostrom Vauclair 6-1, 6-3.
There it is again, the sneak in.
Wow.
That point had a little bit of
40.
everything.
A little bit of it all. One set point saved. Fraser creeping in, Burris spots him, gives the call for O'Doria to hit it harder.
Here he's looking again. You can see Fraser just inching forward.
And it's a great way for him to play because he loves to create that chaos. Just causing mischief wherever he goes. There he is. Just see how he's just
Lurking.
inching forward, lurking. Like a leopard in the bushes, just sneaking out there.
Morgan doing a great job of just being so steady and hitting good lobs over there. And there he goes for the drive. O'Doria was ready for it.
I think this is a great way for Morgan and Frazier to play.
Game, Frazier, Morgan. They take the first set 6-4. Got to give a 2-minute commercial break.
First set to Frazier and Morgan. Lauren, sure other companies make platform tennis balls, but Viking makes the #1 ball in the game. The player's clear choice, the Viking ball. Extra duty, advanced flocking process promotes proven, longer wear and provides the perfect texture for maximum ball spin and control. High-end proprietary rubber compound allows for the softest feel and most consistent bounce. The official ball of the National Championships, the official ball of the Grand Prix Series. What do you think of that first set, Lauren?
I thought it was a really interesting set. I think, you know, they took a while to feel each other out, and then Frazier Morgan really continued what they did in the previous match. I think we're gonna we're gonna be right back in just a moment after these messages right here on the APTA network, presented by Pro Flight Live.
From this website, we really want to make learning easy. We know that paddle can be a lot. When you're out there, you're thinking of hitting the ball, you're thinking of the screens, you're thinking of your technique. There's a lot of things going on. So we want to break things up into bite-sized pieces that make it easy for you to digest, easy for you to learn, and then easy for you to implement in your game. That is our goal.
I'm Johan Durant, and this is my paddle.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the Grand Prix, APTA's Grand Prix Series. We are live here at Manufacturers Golf and Country Club in Fort Washington, Pennsylvania, on the APTA network, presented by Pro Fight Live. You are watching the men's quarterfinal match between Tyler Frazier and Adam Morgan, taking on the #3 team in the country, Burris and O'doria. Frazier and Morgan won the first set 6-4, correct, Lauren?
That is correct. That is correct, and they really did a good job of mixing things up and making Burris and O'Doria uncomfortable and have to get out of position and play balls that didn't really work for them, that, you know, they were lunging for. And you see our scorekeeper, Joseph Ryan, done a good job keeping track of what's going on out there.
For those of you that are just joining us, Frazier and Morgan had a spectacular win in their round of 16 match over 3-time national champions Broderick and Palmer. They beat them in straight sets, 7-5, 7-6. And Lauren, I don't know if you saw, but there was a set point that Frazier and Morgan were down in the tiebreaker, and Frazier, just a huge gutsy shot, pulled out a cut winner to save a set point. It was
unreal.
An incredible match.
It was really, and he did it in spectacular fashion. And then they played another terrific point. The nerves of steel. The nerves of steel were out.
It was definitely incredible. So they won the first set, Frazier and Morgan. We'll see if Burris and O'Doria can settle things down here. They were seeming to slow down the tempo towards the end of that first set. They got a couple games to creep the way back in. So it'll be an interesting second set, that is for sure. Smart reset there by Sven Burris. It was a great lob by Adam Morgan, and he dumps it straight ahead. Seems like there's a little more attacking overheads coming from Burris and O'doria.
Mm-hmm.
Love 15.
I'm curious to see if Burris and O'doria, try to play a little more, stop slowing it down so much. Feel like that didn't work, or if they stick to their plan from the first set.
We see one of Tyler Frazier's 5 serves here. So much variety.
Love 30.
That's going to be another key thing in this set. Burris and O'doria had a tough time with those serves, the Frazier serves in the first set, but it seems to me like they're going to have much more of a... Well, not
15,
that one. O'Doria's
30.
having trouble with that one.
Yeah, Frazier's really neutralized their O'doria return with that. I don't have a name
What
for
do you
the
call
serve
it?
yet.
What do you call
I don't
that
know.
serve?
We need the viewers at home to come up with a name for that serve, but I don't have a name for it
30
just yet.
all.
But it has neutralized the O'doria return, which is no easy feat.
30,
Well, of course, we
40.
jinxed him, Mark.
We did. Commentator's curse.
Deuce.
Great
Saves
cutter
the break
from-
point.
That one O'Doria had no trouble with.
I think he's figuring it out. I think his feet are getting behind it now. But that's the beauty of Tyler Frazier. He can mix it up to a different serve now, so you never quite get a perfect rhythm.
Just missed
Deuce.
wide. Let's see what he does here with the serve.
Game
Oh.
point.
Wow.
Game, Frazier, Morgan. They lead 1-0.
One love, Frazier Morgan. They won the first set 6-4, and they hold serve to take the first game. They are battling it out to play in the semi-finals against #1 seed and #1 team in the country, Durant and Mitchell. On the other side of the draw, those quarterfinals have finished, and Araya Parsons were victorious against Kayla Rams 6-2, 6-3, and they'll be meeting Lepever Prosenko, who beat Cochran Hansen 3-1 in our other semi-final.
A lot of good paddle still left today.
Oh my goodness! From round 1, Lauren, that round of 16 matches was outrageous. Definitely seems like they've switched plans to go after Adam Morgan a little bit more with the lefty overhead from O'Doria.
Makes sense to me. I mean, Morgan's been solid as a rock, and he's lobbing great, and he's driving well, but he isn't causing the damage the same way that Frazier
15,
is.
love.
Absolutely.
Frazier
love.
has to be careful. It's a fine line. He's got so many shots and so many things he can do, but he has to reel it in a little bit.
Yeah, that's the tough part when you're so skilled and you can do
Yeah.
all these things. You're spoiled for choice. O'Doria closing the net, cutting off the drive. And O'Doria Burris slow it down again.
Great pickup from O'Doria.
Hey, where are you, partner?
I thought they were going to run into each other.
He's having a little abandonment issues there. Is what my
30,
partner is.
15.
being a good partner, he yelled back, "I'm on your left," and they settled down.
Great drive.
Great drive, and
30
usually O'Doria does
all.
such a good job of bailing off the net when he's seen that the opponent's going to take a big cut at it. He gets caught at the service line that time, having to play a very tough volley. Good play by Adam Morgan.
Blitz. Well handled, the blitz by Burris O'Doria. Great shot.
Wow.
40, 30.
Was that a let court or was it drop shot intentional? I couldn't quite see.
I think it was a drop shot.
Hey, great shot, Sven Burris. There's that positioning that has been their critique all season. The beauty of being a lefty-righty team, you can pick on either side of the court, the deuce side or the ad side, equally as effective. When you're a righty-righty team, you can't quite pick on the deuce court as well.
Deuce. First deuce.
First deuce, so it's not game point.
Yes.
A lot of push overheads, just probing, trying to get Frazier and Morgan to go for something that they shouldn't.
Morgan's been very disciplined over there, though. He's been really trying to push them back until they make a mistake with an overhead. Oof.
But that's the points that they've intentionally played, Burris and O'Doria. I spoke to them after they beat Durant Mitchell, and that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to just be patient, have the baseline team swing, and they felt that they could volley anything. So we'll see if it works. It happened to there, but they are down right now.
Well, that's really the what's going on here, right? Burris and O'Doria are trying to tempt their opponents into driving, and their opponents are trying to hit drives that they can't volley, and it's gonna see who's doing it better.
Game.
That's the chess game. Yep.
O'Doria. We are tied at 1.
Some good positive body language there by Sven Burris and Mick O'Doria. They hold serve and tie the second set 1-1. Adam Morgan up to serve. Mick O'Doria waiting to return, and they play a Australian formation on him.
Lob missed
15,
by
love.
O'Doria.
Whoa. And now we're in the point. That first part is just battling it out for the net. We have a
30,
couple transitions. Fraser Morgan win the net. O'Doria misses another lob. It is 30 love. See the switch at net. Tyler Frazier's going to try create a little bit of chaos with his overheads.
40,
Doesn't
love.
need to.
That's deflating. You can see how that just sucks the life out of their body language when you have a miss like that from Sven Burris.
Well, they worked so hard to win the last game, and now this game is going very quickly in the opposite direction.
Correct.
40, 15.
Good job finding Frazier's right hip there. Frazier
Mission
showing
accomplished.
off,
Frazier,
showing
Morgan,
off some of
they
his shots
lead
there.
2-1.
Creating that chaos. That's what he does so well. That's why they switched at net to put him on the left side and let him go to work. And so far, he's doing a great job. That was a big factor in Fraser Morgan beating Broderick Palmer, was Frazier's ability to bring Palmer forward with his cut drop shot. He created so much movement in that backcourt, and it was something special.
$15, love.
See the serve and stay back.
30, love.
Smart play there by O'Doria. He just didn't feel the need to rush the net, got into the point, was still able to get it. Tyler Frazier prowling. Great depth on the over the head there by Mick O'Doria.
Just
Wow.
missed it.
30, 15.
And that's a ball that O'Doria just generally wouldn't expect someone to drive back. And that's, you know, the unpredictability of Tyler Frazier. It's very few people
30 all.
drive back one of O'Doria's rollers. And it just gets you that little bit off guard. That's where you miss the volley.
Yeah, it's very hard to control the drive on that roller as it skips off the court. Not easy to do, which is why he's not expecting Frazier to do it.
Absolutely. He's like, wait, you can't do that.
Or cat and mouse
Hey,
there.
little finesse. Finesse from the big Croatian.
Got Adam.
30-40.
He tempted him into doing it, and he did it.
Suckered him in. Tyler Frazier recognizing it early, making them pay.
Break point.
Tyler Frazier, just watch him in that corner, just peeking his head out like a meerkat in the grass, just saying hello. Frazier and Morgan are getting a lot of good looks. As much as Frazier is the more unpredictable player, I think the setup really suits them, where Morgan can be steady, hit some heavy drives, and allow Frazier to be elusive as he is.
And that's exactly right. That's what's allowing Frazier to do it. Is Morgan is
Frazier,
solid
Morgan,
as a rock over
they
there.
lead 3-1.
That was a big game, Mark.
That was a big, big break. Let's see that again.
Security removed.
Yeah. Tyler Frazier is looking for that backhand to come in on.
You almost wonder if it's worth Burris taking a couple of more of the overheads and them going at Frazier, because then at least you can kind of keep him back and not allow him to lurk around like he is when every ball's going to Morgan, because Morgan's making fantastic choices. He's hitting fantastic lobs, and that drive, he can really hit it. So it's just allowing Frazier to do what he prefers and lurk and blitz and poach and
be all around annoying to the other team.
It's like a mosquito in the tent at night, just all over.
Well, right now, it's all going Frazier Morgan's way. So if O'Doria Burris have a second plan, they should pull it out here.
Tyler Frazier up to serve, 3-1 up in the second set. They're playing for a semi-final spot against Durant and Mitchell, the #1 team in the country. Great lob.
There's the O'Doria forehand we've been looking for.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Love, 30.
Woo! That was a pummeling.
It makes a sound like nobody else's drive when he gets a hold of it.
He hit the middle there for sure, and that's love 30. This will be a important point yet to hang in there.
$15-30.
I don't think that's a bad play, though. I like O'Doria bringing Frazier forward. I think he just did too much on the follow-up, but it's a good set play.
30 all.
And just like that, 30 all.
This will be a big, big game. You feel like it's not really for some momentum here.
I like that Frazier went to the regular serve there. I think O'Doria's figured out that other one that we don't know what to call.
Correct. No, Frazier can just mix it up on a dime. It's really impressive. Great lobs. Burris really getting a lot of height on those lobs. Burris and O'Doria take the net.
At that point, Burris got to hit some backhands and hit them awfully well. Got his team the net.
Tough volley. That was a heavy drive from Adam Morgan.
Oh,
Wow.
what a shot.
40-30.
Fantastic patience there by Adam Morgan. He waited for that harder ball off the back screen. Was able to set up his screen drive. Really well played points. All day he's been rock solid.
It's great to watch him off of all of those overheads. He stays with his lobs for so long. He really makes sure he gets the most out of every lob he hits.
Game, Frazier, Morgan, they lead 4-1.
30 love down in that game,
Yeah.
then they went on a run.
Yeah, I mean, that game, those 2 points, it was 30 love. It looked like, you know, I mean, this match is not much separating these guys, but Frazier and Morgan have seemed to win all the big points.
Absolutely, they're playing solid. Frazier's done a great job of being aggressive, but also not overdoing it. I feel like he's kind of fine-tuning that line of his that, you know, we've spoken about for so long of he has all the ability, but maybe he rushes at times. I think he's doing such a good job of controlling his tempo
And
while
I
still
think that,
maintaining aggressive, right?
and I think that Morgan's helping him. I mean, a couple times when Frazier's missed a couple points in a row, you know, made a few errors, Morgan says, "Come on, Tyler," and, you know, he settles him down.
Oh, I think he's great for him, 100%. Especially in that round of 16 match against Broderick Palmer, 3-time national champions. I think Adam Morgan played an incredible match and was really the anchor on that team. 6-4, 4-1 up. Frazier, Morgan. We have Sven Burris up to serve. This is to creep back into this set. This was a similar position that Frazier, Morgan were in their round of 16 match against Broderick Palmer, and that one went to a tiebreak. So it's important to see how they play this game. Tough.
Love.
Sven Burris knew where he was going. He held the shot, went straight back at Tyler Frazier. Great reflexes, like a mongoose. You can see there's a theme in all my, it's very African today. It's very jungle-like.
30, love.
There's definitely no doubting which one of us is from South Africa.
Or which one of us has the big backhand. Burris looking to close the net. Tough.
40, love.
Great transition awareness there by Mick O'Doria. nonchalant.
I was just thinking those volleys look so casual, and he's handling all that pace. And
40-15.
This will be a big game to get out of for Burris and O'doria. Love that close.
wow. What happened?
The call was
40-30.
wide.
I didn't see it wide, but whatever. Alright, do it again. Do it again. It's so fast that I can't. Yeah, but that's the thing. When it's that fast, I wouldn't call
Yeah.
it out just because, you know, it's fast. It's okay. Alright. Okay, that's fine. Not 100% sure, just don't call it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, alright.
All good, all good, all good. That's fair. We're all fine. Everyone's good.
Take control.
Mick O'Doria, the calming influence.
Okay, 40-15.
40-15, they're replaying the point. I like that they're just getting mentally regrouped here. This is a big moment, so you have to take that time. Big
40-30.
return by Adam Morgan.
You. Me. You. You.
Tyler Frazier reads the nick and flicks it back at O'Doria, making him play a tough volley.
Me. Me. You. You. You.
Game, Burris, O'Doria.
got
Fraser
some
Morgan
live.
lead 4-2.
Yeah, good energy from Burris O'Doria. They are still in this match.
And they really are a team that they can be down. You know, there's that infamous match against Hughes and Powers when they were 5-1 down and they came back and went 3. They can be down, but they just really never really give up.
Love 15.
And this is a similar spot that Frazier and Morgan were in before in the round of 16 match. Same thing. They were 4-1 up in that second set. So they have the ability to stay mentally tough and not let these things get to them. So this is going to be an exciting couple games here.
You have to resist that impulse when you get up 4-1 to relax a little bit.
100%, especially against these top teams.
Love 30.
A couple of quick points for Burris and O'Doria.
Boy, it was Frazier right on that net.
Yep. He got away with blitzing there, did Sven Burris. That can often get stuffed right back at him when Frazier's that close to net.
Love 40.
Tough drive by Mick O'Doria, just rolls it at the feet of Adam Morgan. And they have 3 break points.
$15-40.
Tyler Frazier just rolls a volley winner in there. That's the great setup of their underhand serve down the tee, and Burris having to run around it to hit a backhand. It really opens the corner.
Game, Burris,
Okay.
O'Doria. Fraser Morgan lead 4-3.
And Lauren, in these times, especially with these top teams, right, you almost have to expect that that your opponents are going to come back, right? We've seen it with Broderick Palmer in that second set. So I think that the real lesson there is not to lose it mentally, right? You can't start questioning yourself and getting all down.
Yeah, I mean, look, these guys know paddle matches, especially against when all these top players is they just swing back and forth, and you have to just mentally stay tough and not let it bother you if you lose a couple games.
Absolutely. Mick O'Doria up to serve. They are 3-4 down in the second set. And he opens it with an ace. That's a nice way to do it.
It's amazing how all of a sudden it seems like everything is going Burris O'Doria's way. You know, it's how quick, well, okay.
15
how
all.
quickly things can change.
100%. That's just the nature of the beast. The beast being paddle.
Yeah. Missed that wide.
15-30.
Burris taking a risk, staying up there.
15-40.
2 break points for Frazier and Morgan.
Game, Frazier,
The little
Morgan.
dink worked.
Frazier,
and
Morgan
now
lead
Frazier
5-2.
Morgan are serving for the match.
This is to go to the semi-finals, where the winner of this match will meet the number 1 team in the country, Durant and Mitchell. I think O'Doria's figured the serve out.
He has. He's taking it much earlier. It's not spinning wildly, and
15
he's just
love.
crushing it now.
A great transition play there by Tyler Frazier.
15 all.
Big Burris backhand return.
Thirty, 15.
Tyler Frazier choosing to stay back instead of having to race in for that tough first volley. Smart choice. They'll play from the baseline. Oh, just a series of waterfalls by Sven Burris. Adam
40,
Morgan,
15.
solid as a rock.
You just can't get him to make a mistake over there.
Just playing all the right shots, just setting Tyler up to do what he does best. Wow.
Here we go.
40, 30.
1 match point saved.
It's out. There it is. Game,
Frazier
set,
Morgan
match. Frazier
wins
Morgan.
6-3.
Game, set,
2 sets.
match. Wow, another fantastic win for Frazier and Morgan. The Midwest team, they just had an awesome tournament, won in the Grand Prix in Detroit, are coming out hot here on the East Coast.
And you see Frazier go back to practice
Yes,
that serve.
practice a little bit. Didn't get enough paddle today. I'll go practice a little bit. What do you think about that match, Lauren?
I really, I thought it was a fun match to watch. First of all, I really enjoyed watching it, and I thought Frazier and Morgan did a really good job of continuing what they did in the last match, and you know, the combination of Morgan being solid as a rock over there and being able to lob and drive, and then, you know, the unpredictability of Frazier and all the things he can do is a super tough combination.
Absolutely, I think Frazier and Morgan played such a solid match. They're really figuring out their dynamic of how they want to play, which is the best way to allow Tyler to be unpredictable, as well as Morgan still being solid and aggressive. And I think something that they do so well as a team is really mix up the beginning of the points. They play in I formation, they're poaching, they're doing different serves. It's very hard to get into a very good rhythm as a returning team, and when you take out the returns of Burris and O'doria, that's a big blow to them. So big props to Tyler Frazier and Adam Morgan. They move on to the semifinals, which will be against Johan Durant and Stephen Mitchell. And our other semifinals is Araya Parsons, who are playing against Lipiver and Prozenko, which is also going to be another incredible match.
Mark, Fusion Sports is your source for high-end custom apparel. Fusion offers pro shop management, tournament favors, corporate branded gear, and youth sports. Fusion is the official apparel and favor supplier of the APTA.
Great stuff, Lauren. That was a fun match calling with you. I'm excited to see the semifinals. We will have the time up for everyone as soon as they've talked to the players and seen which semifinal is going to be shown. Stay tuned.
Thanks, Mark.
Have a